evening. Body fished out of trench in Georgetown. 2 Princess Street residents robbed at gunpoint. Religious leaders defend the faith. In the region, in Trinidad and Tobago, cancer patients to have more treatment options. And internationally, trouble on the Nile River as Sudanese troops gather near the border with Eritrea.
From Safe TV headquarters in South Rival Gardens, this is Safe TV Headline News with George Gonzalez.
Today is Friday, February the 2nd, 2018, and this edition of Headline News is now being streamed live on our YouTube channel. Thank you for joining us. This afternoon, the body of a lodge resident was discovered in a trench on Mandela Street. Here's Esther Sobers with more.
Today, at around 1:46 p.m., the body of Jeffrey McQueen was found in the canal at Hatfield and Mandela Avenue in Lodge. McQueen was a resident of Lodge who was known as a heavy drinker. His nephew told reporters that the man would often sit on the culvert adjacent to the same canal, and this morning was the last time he had seen McQueen alive. Some speculate that the man may have been sitting on the culvert before falling into the water while he was intoxicated. His body is currently at the Lichen Funeral Parlor awaiting post-mortem examination. Investigations are ongoing. Reporting for Channel 2 Headline News, I'm Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. Albert Gordon has been appointed CEO of the Guyana Power and Light Incorporated. According to a press release from GPL, the CEO's appointment forms part of the company's plans to modernize, expand, and improve electricity supply in support of the development of Guyana. Gordon is a Jamaican who has over 30 years of experience in planning, development, and operation of electric, water, and sewerage utilities on the island. Prior to his appointment, GPL had been without a CEO since February 2016 when then CEO Colin Welch was fired. 2 Princess Street residents were robbed at gunpoint last night. Esther Sobers brings us that story.
Godfrey Anthony, a security guard, and his fiancée, Saskia Benjamin, were robbed at gunpoint by 3 men on Thursday night around 20-30 hours. The bandits stole from them one Toshiba laptop and a cellular phone.
I was downstairs. I work security at night. And as in front there working my security, I was normally turned on 7 to 7. And whilst I'm out there working, I just seen something looking suspicious with 3 fellas. And they came up to us and asked us if they could get $100. And I was like, no, I ain't got no money at all. And they pulled out a gun on me.
Anthony notes that this is not the first time he has been robbed. He worked as a security guard at the Sea Island Hotel for over 2 years. In that time, he observed that the hotel had experienced numerous robberies in the past.
It's not the first time I ever got robbed, so it's something that I know how to react when it happens. You try not to be too, hasty, put it that way. If they have to rob you, you let them go ahead with whatever they got to take. Try not to fight up and do your best in getting a good description of the individuals that you can make a proper report that could benefit you, We're getting them caught in the future.
So is this the first time that this place has been robbed, or?
No, it's not the first time. A lot of customers has been coming here and it's steady they're getting robbed. This is an area where this thing is something. It's a normal thing, you could say, you know what I'm saying? It's like when the moon come up, well, it's the same thing like these robbers, they come up like the moon come up. So, and I don't understand what's going on. That so many cases, because I'm working this work here on and off a little while, but I average is like close to 2 years, and within the 2 years, I'm always seeing robberies in front here.
The area where the hotel is located may be a crime magnet with many unsolved crimes. Nonetheless, Anthony hopes that the police will solve his crime.
But I hope some justice, could be given, because I know things has been not so easily investigations in Guyana. Most crimes is like, you get a lot of unsolved crimes, a whole lot. I mean, I don't know if Guyana is overrated right now with the most unsolved crimes in the world, but I hope that they could make a little better change to that and get more, better with the security Oh,
The ordeal was captured on security camera, and the police have yet to review the surveillance footage. If you have any information regarding the identity of the assailants, please contact the police at 225-2317 or 911. Your assistance is greatly appreciated. Reporting for Channel 2 Headline News, I'm Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. The Seventh-day Adventist Church has donated a shed and benches to accommodate pensioners at the Maikoni Post Office. The structure was unveiled this past Wednesday. The Guyana Post Office Corporation extended its sincerest gratitude to the group for their contribution. The GPOC says the facility will significantly improve the comfort of pensioners transacting business at the Maikoni Post Office. Other groups wishing to make similar contributions are advised to contact the post office on telephone number 225-9002. Don't go away. We have more news for you after the break. Stay with us. For the best Creole food in town, come to Ridley's Restaurant. Taste our hot meals, fresh bread, and sweet pastries. Our spacious dining hall is free for all occasions. For reservations and more, call 226-2518 or 225-7245. We're open Monday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Wrigley's Restaurant, located at 38 Robb Street, Laceytown, between King and Wellington Streets. For breakfast, lunch, and dinner, Ridley's Restaurant. Tasty and healthy eating.
What's wrong with your AC?
It's not working.
Well, we wouldn't be able to continue this meeting anymore because this place is extremely hot.
Wait, please don't go.
Here's a company you can call to get your AC fixed. Action Cool.
Honey, what's for dinner? I had a hard day.
I'm sorry you had a hard day, but guess what, babes? I didn't cook today because the stove is not working.
Having trouble at home or at the office? Then call the professionals at Action Cool. Our fully trained technical team have the skills and experience in repairs of all air-conditioned units, refrigerators, gas stoves, washing machines, and a whole lot more. For further information, visit us at 86 Hill and Princess Street, Mandela Avenue, Georgetown, or call us on telephone number 225-7867.
Welcome back. The theme for the symposium for the Interfaith Harmony Week was, How does your religion impact the social ills of society? In this report, Wendell Jeffrey tells us a little more about the major religions of Guyana.
The theme for the symposium of the Interfaith Harmony Week was, How does your religion impact the social ills of society? Prabhu Dev of the Krishna consciousness, a type of Hindu tradition, said that their religion is focused on living in harmony even with nature.
So we actually promote a peaceful, harmonious lifestyle by living in harmony with nature, By avoiding these pitfalls, I will say, no intoxication, no gambling, no related sex, and avoid, eating of non-veg.
A member of the audience asked about the role of the Hindu women.
I would like to know the role of the Hindu women.
Somehow or the other in Guyana, the ladies have been, the Hindu ladies have been a little behind the scene. But you rest assured, a lot of, actually most of the temples, the mandirs these days across the country are managed, and even some temples they have ladies conduct the ceremonies.
Dr. Lorraine Pierre of the Baha'i faith said that hers is the newest religion, being only 174 years old.
The Baha'i faith is probably you describe it as the newest of the major religions in the world. We're just about 174 years old, and we've got about 5 million followers in 100,000 localities.
Dr. Pierre was asked about her religion and politics.
So if someone is involved in politics in whatever area, are they acceptable in the Baha'i faith?
So when you do become a Baha'i, by the time you become a Baha'i, you're probably aware that this is a situation that might need to be corrected over time. And we have institutions of the faith which would guide you on that.
Maulana Sayyid Tazik said that the blame for evil should not be against Islam, but against the erring Muslim.
Here we take opportunity to differentiate between Islam and Muslims. This is very important to you all to know this. If you see a Muslim doing wrong, do not blame Islam. Blame that person. The same way, if a Christian does something wrong, we should not blame Christianity. We should blame the person.
During the symposium, the Imam was asked about a particular situation arising from a Muslim school.
I have a situation that I'm dealing with a Muslim family and a student came out of a Muslim school because, as they want to say, it was racial.
So if we have any racial discrimination, maybe from the Muslim school or the Muslim family or any Muslim teacher, we have to deal with it out of the Islam, meaning they are not dealing according to Islamic principles.
Pastor Stanley Budi represented the Christian religion.
Some families cannot afford to feed their children properly. So that's the ill in society, malnutrition among children. And so I'm saying that many churches have what they call feeding programs.
After Pastor Budi concluded his presentation, Imam Tasdik made this remark.
Well said, if Christian community alone can do so much, imagine if Muslims and Hindus and Baha'is all together start marching to solve our problems. That is what exactly we need to do.
As the Harmony Week continues, there will be other activities, including a free interfaith concert at the National Library tomorrow afternoon at 5 p.m. On Sunday at 5 p.m., there will be a tree planting ceremony on the Merriman's Mall between Ornock and Albert Streets. And on Monday, also at 5 p.m., there will be a discussion on religion at the UG Turkine campus. All the events are opened to the public. For Channel 2 Headline News, I am Wendell Jeffrey.
Thanks, Wendell. The Regional Democratic Council of Region 6 passed a motion to provide free transportation to and from school for the children of sugar workers who have been laid off in Berbice. The motion was approved yesterday. Also, a second motion was approved paving the way for subsidies for electricity and water for the affected workers. The motions were presented by the Regional Vice Chairman Dennis Dirup, who noted that the thousands of laid-off sugar workers are yet to gain alternative employment. He said, quote, "I am happy that we had a unanimous decision on the first motion, which is providing transportation for the Upper Quarantine, possibly one bus in the Upper Quarantine area between 56 and Crabwood Creek. one in Kanji, and additional one in East Bank Berbice, end quote. The Ministry of Agriculture is planning to take an agricultural census later this year. Here's Wendell Jeffrey with more.
Agriculture Minister Noel Holder seems to be on the side of a growing number of Guyanese who believe that Guyana should not move away from our agricultural dependence. At a recent outreach, the minister said that Guyana needs to conduct an agronomy census to fully determine where we are agriculturally. As such, the government has secured a loan to assist with the execution of that census.
We've gotten funds through the IDB to do a national agricultural census.
According to Minister Holder, it has been a long while since Guyana knew where it stood in this regard.
You know, there haven't been a census in this country since the 1950s, an agricultural census.
The minister said that planning was lacking in his ministry for a long time.
What has been missing in the equation and is being put in this year is the whole planning section, coming back to what you said. It was scrapped under the past administration in the Ministry of Agriculture.
He said that he will put planning back into the agricultural ministry.
We have to put that back so that we can have a long-term plan.
The minister was speaking at an outreach to farmers and other stakeholders in the Maibukuri Backlands in Blackbush Polder. For Channel 2 Headline News, I am Wendell Jeffrey.
Thanks, Wendell. A fatal accident occurred on Atlanticville Public Road, East Coast, Demerara, at about 1:50 this morning. Zahid Muhammad was killed when his motorcycle collided with a utility pole at the center of the road. As a result of the impact, he received multiple severe injuries and was taken to the Georgetown Public Hospital. He was pronounced dead on arrival. The body is in the mortuary awaiting a post-mortem, and a serious accident occurred on Lusignan Public Road as well. Pedestrian Ram Singh was struck by a pickup truck yesterday at about 6:30 p.m. The driver alleged that he was heading east when he noticed from a short distance a male standing in his path and swerved south. However, the left front of the vehicle collided with the pedestrian, who fell onto the roadway and received injuries about his body. He was picked up in an unconscious state and taken to the Georgetown Public Hospital. A doctor on duty treated and admitted the pedestrian in the male surgical ward. Join us after the break for your regional news, your international news, and more.
This place is really hot. What's wrong with your AC?
It's not working.
Well, we wouldn't be able to continue this meeting anymore because this place is extremely hot.
Wait, please don't go.
Here's a company you can call to get your AC fixed. Action Cool.
Honey, what's dinner? I had a hard day.
I'm sorry you had a hard day, but guess what, babes? I didn't cook today because the stove is not working.
Having trouble at home or at the office? Then call the professionals at Action Cool. Our fully trained technical team have the skills and experience in repairs of all air-conditioned units, refrigerators, gas stoves, washing machines, and a whole lot more. For further information, visit us at 86 Hill and Princeton Street, Mandela Avenue, Georgetown, or call us on telephone number 225-7867.
the best Creole food in town? Come to Ridley's Restaurant. Taste our hot meals, fresh bread, and sweet pastries. Our spacious dining hall is free for all occasions. For reservations and more, call 226-2518 or 225-7245. We're open Monday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Wrigley's Restaurant, located at 38 Robb Street, Laceytown, between King and Wellington Streets. For breakfast, lunch, and dinner, Ridley's Restaurant. Tasty and healthy eating. And we now take a look at the region. History was made on Thursday with the signing of a contract between the Northwest Regional Health Authority and the China Railway Construction Company for the construction of Trinidad and Tobago's first state-of-the-art linear accelerator facility. CNews reports.
The Northwest Regional Health Authority is taking local healthcare to the next level with the construction of a linear accelerator facility. A linear accelerator, or LINAC, is the device most commonly used for external beam radiation treatments for patients with cancer. Dion Batiste reports.
History was made on Thursday with the signing of a contract between the Northwest Regional Health Authority and the China Railway Construction Company for the construction of Trinidad and Tobago's first state-of-the-art linear accelerator facility. Health Minister Terence Dayal Singh said the construction of the LINAC Center gives government more control over the distribution of healthcare services and lessens dependence on partners in the private sector.
But what we are doing with this LINAC is expanding our reaction and our preparation to treat people with cancers via external beam radiation. In St. James, we currently provide chemotherapy. So at NRC, you will have external beam radiation. We have low-dose rate brachytherapy. We have high-dose rate brachytherapy. We have radioactive seed implant. We have chemotherapy. We have hormone therapy. We have breast and gynecology services. We have palliative care and supportive care and counseling. Services that are not under the umbrella of NRC, many of those are provided by the other RHAs.
We're told that once completed, the LINAC Center will offer more targeted treatment for some tumors. A reduction in waiting times, it will potentially minimize treatment-related side effects and will positively impact patient survival. Contractor Meng Yan said his company is open to partnering with other companies to provide the best possible facility to citizens of Trinidad and Tobago.
China Railway is confident that we can complete the project within the shortest time and with high quality and safety control. I'm sure that this project will be another successful cooperation between China Railway and the Ministry of Health.
The LINAC Center will be constructed within the St. James Medical Complex and will cost taxpayers an estimated $84,299,000. Minister Dayal Singh said if all goes as planned, the project will be completed in 13 months. Dion Batiste, CNews.
And internationally, a geopolitical crisis is building over who controls the Nile River. On Monday, Egypt, Sudan, and Ethiopia's presidents met in Addis Ababa to resolve a dispute over building a dam on the river in Ethiopia. The show of unity has been contradicted as pictures emerge of